Hello, my name is Patricia Jamo, also known as Patty. My first Def Talent Jam was actually in 1997. I was in my senior year of high school and I actually missed my homecoming to attend. My older brother was already a student at UF and invited me and a bunch of our friends up from home to come up. And I just remember having such a great time. I first competed in Def Talent Jam in 1998, my freshman year. At that time, it was still held at the Holiday Inn, and it was still a true talent show where you had a variety of different acts where you could sing or dance or do a skit. And I had performed that year with Becky Packing and another friend, and we won third place that year doing a swing dance number. I didn't compete again until 2001 when my younger sister convinced me to start dancing again with UFFSA. By that time, the Def Talent Jam had gotten so big that they had to move venues. And I think that was the first year it was moved to the Florida Theater. Um, that was also the year that I remember as Def Talent Jam becoming your typical talent show to purely just hip hop. Um, and UF had our exhibition team that year, and that was also the year that we had to split into two groups known as the big group and the small group. Um, the theme that year was back in the day, and we performed to old school music. Um, Such as Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, Bill Biv DeVoe, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. It was a really fun year. 2002, I danced again, and that year's theme was the Welcome to the Jungle, and still was at the Florida Theater. And then in 2003 was the Royal Rumble, still at the Florida Theater. And I actually think UF's exhibition numbers are on YouTube to watch. And if you get a chance to watch it, it's amazing. At the end of the big group's dance number, there's like 100 people on stage. It is amazing to me to see how big UF's dance team got. We were welcoming of anybody who wanted to dance, anyone who had a passion to dance, no matter what your ethnicity. Def Talent Jam and UFFSA's dance group was so welcoming. Some of my best friends were made purely through my involvement with Def Talent Jam. Um, Florida Theater was notable because it was the biggest club in Gainesville at the time, and when Def Talent Jam was held at that venue, the performances were a little bit more raw and unfiltered, and it was a true college party atmosphere. 1,000 people, and the energy from the crowd was so intoxicating. And as a performer, it gave you such a natural high and so much energy. It was amazing. Um, I also remember my fond days of rehearsing out at the Rights Union. It was something that I looked forward to, just to be able to see my friends and move my body in a way that made me feel really good. Um, I was invited back to judge Def Talent Jam in 2021, which was different for me for two reasons. One, it was the first time I had ever seen Def Talent Jam held at a performing arts center, which automatically for me made it more prestigious. And two, it was the first time Def Talent Jam, and I think the only time Def Talent Jam was held without a live audience. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Def Talent Jam was postponed from October 2020 to March 2021, and the only people who could be in the theater was limited to judges and performers. And so, yeah, that was a little different. And I felt for the dancers, having to express themselves without that crowd to ramp them up. But I am happy to return this year, 2022, to judge the 30th Deaf Talent Jam. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure it'll be great. Thanks for listening. Bye.